Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to talk about Parvovirus B19. Now, you may know Parvovirus as the virus that infects dogs, but there is a human version, and that's the one we're talking about today. As you can see, this story takes place at dawn. That's to separate our positive and negative daytime and nighttime images we've been looking at before. So dawn to remind us that it's DNA. I've also included a dinosaur as an extra little mental help. It is single stranded. That's why the dinosaur is being held on like one string. So hopefully that will help remind us that it is a single stranded DNA virus. This story also takes place in a garden. I wanted to name it like the Naked Statue Garden, and it chose like Garden of the Natural Form, which is like close enough. I'll just put naked across the screen so we remember that this is a non enveloped virus. So, as a single stranded DNA virus, it needs DNA dependent DNA polymerase to replicate itself. However, it doesn't actually bring its own. So, it needs to find a cell and infect the cell that's constantly replicating. And the cell it chooses to infect are the red blood cells. That's why all the kids are holding little bags of red blood cells to remind us that erythrocytes are the ones that are most likely infected by this virus. Parvo also causes a very distinct rash. It's called erythema infectiosum, also known as Fifth's disease, and it presents as a slap cheek rash. So I had all the kids have red face paint on their face to remind you of the slap cheek appearance, and also I did a palm print because it reminds us of fifth disease, so all 5 fingers and the slap cheeks. Parvo is transmitted through aerosolized droplets whenever somebody sneezes. This is most commonly seen in children ages 6 to 10 years old, where it takes about 7 to 10 days for the virus to incubate. During this time, you can have flu-like symptoms, after which the virus disappears, only to return as the macular-papular rash and the slap cheek appearance, as well as you may have acute arthritis, and this is the biphasic symptomology that's pretty unique to this virus. Okay, so that's all I have for you for Parvo B19. As a reminder, it is a single-stranded DNA virus that is non-enveloped. It does not have its own DNA-dependent DNA polymerase. That's why it steals it from red blood cells. The special rash is called slap cheek, and it is an erythema infectiosum. The other word they use for it is Fifth's disease. That's why we'd use the 5 fingers. And it is a macular papular rash all over the body. And this is a special illness that presents in a biphasic manner. So at the beginning, where you're the most infectious, you're only going to have flu-like symptoms. Then you're going to have like a break of 7 to 14 days. And then you're going to present with the special rash all over your body and face. This is when you're no longer infectious and there's really nothing we can do at this stage. It goes away on its own. Okay, so that's it for Parvo. Bye.